It ain't in papers, we put it in raps. If it ain't in raps, we put it in backs. If it ain't in backs, we put it in glass. Smoking on whatever it is that we have. I do what I can.
Applause and stuff, man.
We blow halves. It ain't in papers, we put it in raps. If it ain't in raps, we put it in.
Go ahead. All right, guys. Welcome back. Season 4, Episode 6. Like I mentioned, Ajay is not here. She's out in Tucson, Canada, supporting Squid for his performance, man. So, good luck to Squid. And let's go ahead and move on to our sponsors, guys. So, of course, we got Green Farms. Thank you, Green Farms. I'm smoking on some high grade we got from over there. Some greasy runts. Let's see. And then, of course, Marijuana Doctor. Got a big thanks to Marijuana Doctor. Make sure you guys get allotted up to 2.5 ounces and you guys save on those taxes. And then, I want to move on to Whack It. I want to get straight into Whack It. You know what I mean? They're one of our newer sponsors. We have been going with this guy for quite a while, and I have to say I have yet to charge this since November, so it's going on 5 months. But a big special thanks to G out there. He sent us these robots. All right, this thing is awesome, man. We went ahead and tried it out in the office. It fills cones. It's a perfect bowl filler. I wanted to show you what you guys get with this thing. And again, big thanks out to Whack It and their crew out in Nevada for sending this down. So it comes with the cone filler. It comes with the charger, a brush stick, which doubles as a packer, and then your grinder right here. So let me show you guys how this thing works, man. So these whole pieces are magnetic. And you get your standard chain Whack It in here. And I put some flour up here for you guys, just so I can load in. It comes with this little middle piece. It's like a screen, and it just holds everything so perfect. And the holes in the screen are perfect just to let the right amount of flour through. And then you hold this, you bring this out. I brought some cones. Drop that guy in, and you're ready to rock and roll. Pop this guy off. Bring out your packer. Pack your flour down. Bam. You got yourself a little cone ready to go, man. Fold your paper down. And you're ready to rock and roll. This thing is a lifesaver. It's also, like I mentioned, a really good bowl filler, guys. Make sure you guys check them out. All right, I believe these things are going for about $50 from your local smoke shops. If you guys are anywhere out here in the Tucson area, you might be able to pick these up at Sky High pretty soon. Again, big thanks out to Whack It. I have been loving this thing, and you'll probably see Ajay gonna do a little video. Got her little pink ones for you guys to check out. All right, now. We usually jump into things like where's Trap been, what have we been doing. There hasn't been a lot other than I believe we went out to the Bud Lovers Bash. I wanted to go check that out with Canada friends. Still a great event. It's gotten into something a little bit more intimate again. You know what I mean? It was a really nice hangout, real chill vibes. But there's, when it comes to events, there's something lacking, if you guys know what I mean. If you guys went to Earl, Earl was cool. We ended up going to Earl to go check it out. And there wasn't a lot of big brands out there. I know Jason touched on it on High in Arizona the other day. Still a decent event. You had a lot of new brands out there. Evil by Future. Sublime took out a bunch of their new brands. But it was the vibe was just way different this year. Project Pax was out there. Dime was out there. Bud Bro showed out. Alien Labs connected. but there was just something really lacking from this year's Earl Cup, and it showed with a lot of the mainstay big brands not there. We didn't see True Med out there. We didn't see the Mint other than like an advertising buzz. Jars wasn't out there. I believe Mojave was still out there. But then again, if you look at a lot of the booths, they're also not giving out a lot of samples. Like the samples has been cut down dramatically, and that goes back to what we were talking about on the last episode. I had mentioned it briefly that things are changing for events, especially with AZDHS starting to bring it up at ADA meetings and things like that. They're going to cut down on sampling, guys. They want to make sure BAs are going out with the amount of product that they're allowed to carry. So as event coordinators and brands and dispos start figuring out how to proceed, you're gonna start seeing a lot less giveaways and a lot more sampling at your booths, like bong rips, dab stations, stuff like that, to get you high. You know what I mean? To try their product right then and there. I think that's a big incentive for people to actually go try their product. They have a chance to try it right then and there. They'll be able to decide whether or not they like it, and to ask for it at the dispo, because getting sent with it is really nice. Especially if you're looking to save, you're looking to stock up and things like that. That's where events kind of were in the past year and a half or so. But the industry's changing. You know what I mean? Laws are changing. You're not gonna be able to get away with the same thing. So that's why we also mentioned one of our great sponsors, Arizona or Marijuana Doctor. Make sure you guys get your medical card. That allotment goes up, from an ounce to 2.5 ounces, and more than 5 grams of concentrate. A lot of people aren't able to participate in their BOGOs for concentrate because they can only get up to 5 grams. You know what I mean? So you do 2 BOGOs and you're stuck at 4. You know what I mean? If you want to spend any more, there's a whole thing. You gotta go outside. You gotta check back in. You gotta leave. That's like then you're carrying above your weight limit. You don't want to get pulled over like that. So make sure you guys get your med card. You guys can stock up at these events as much as you can. You don't have to worry about getting over allotted, because if you can walk out with 2.5 ounces from an event, I'll shake your hand. That would be extremely impressive. I think the most I've gotten out with is close to an ounce, and that's with somebody handing me like a half. You know what I mean? So make sure you guys get that med card. Make sure you guys get your allotments up, save on your taxes and stuff like that, man. But I do want to get into our drip segment. You know what I mean? I love reviewing for these guys. Eli came down, shot us something we're gonna show you guys on the next one. I'm really excited about it. It's their new rosin syrup. So make sure you guys get out to True Med. They've actually teamed up with Nebula Nectar, which I absolutely love their edibles. Like their drink line, their mixer. Nebula Nectar is my go-to. Haven't been able to get it until they jumped into True Med, and to see that they partnered with them to do a rosin syrup. I'm really excited to try that out. So you guys will see that on the next one. But right now we're going to get into some Cushy Punch. Now, their gummies are fantastic if you guys haven't had them. They are a little on the sweet side. Let's see if these guys are... No, I don't see anything about them being vegan. But what I do like about these guys is their nanotechnology, and they're made with RSO. So you guys are going to get a full spectrum high with these. They usually hit in about 15, 20 minutes, 30 at the max, depending on your metabolism. These guys are great. They do have your hybrid, your indica, your sativa, and your different flavors. Personally, I do like those sativa ones, those lemon. Those lemon ones, those things are fire, bro. You know what? I don't think they're strain specific. I think they're like an indica blend, sativa blend, and hybrid blend. But these things are really good. Like anytime I get this thing, I usually down the whole bag. One thing I've noticed about Cushy Punch when it comes to any of their products, they're extremely flavorful. Like you don't taste the cannabis, even though it's made with RSO nanotechnology. Like these things are great. They taste like a piece of watermelon, if I'm being honest with you. Like usually you taste like a watermelon type of flavor, and it's kind of washed out. This tastes like a piece of watermelon. Like as a gummy, it's nice. So make sure you guys go check these out. You guys get these at True Med. You guys get these at your other local dispos. Don't know if they're in Green Farms right now. Did you know, Tasha? They are? Yeah, you guys can make sure you guys go check these out at Green Farms. These things are great. Now, we're actually going to do 2 products today. We're going to do 2 products today because there's something that I do want to touch on, mainly because it's helped me tremendously. And I want to thank Eli and everybody at Drip for helping me out, getting my hands on their RSO. So, not a lot of brands out here. There's a select few that do RSO right, and a lot of brands do it differently. You have Pure Earth has a really nice RSO, but it's really refined. Now, when you go, you can dab it, which is weird. Honestly, it's weird to me. It's like an activated distillate almost like a BHO. But it's really effective. It really does help me out. But this, guys, what I like about Drip's RSO is they make it the old-fashioned way. You know what I mean? It's not as dark as I would usually like, which this tells me that it's a lot more refined. It's cleaner. It's been processed a lot better. You know what I mean? So it's been filtered through. It doesn't have a lot of the lipids and fatty acids that come with RSO. But what I do like is that they are strain specific. They use one type of flower for their RSO, and it's an indica. I believe it's Dark Star. As far as I remember from back in the day, and it hasn't changed. You can't change something that's been working. I use this guy for my digestive health and just pretty much overall gut health. The only thing about this thing is it's going to destroy your tolerance. Now, especially if you guys get on a regimen of this thing, you guys will notice your 10 milligram doses really don't work as well as you want. Now, as hard as it is sometimes to deal with the syringes, it's really better to go off the size of glob that you have. Whoa, that's really thin, actually. I haven't had an RSO this wet and this light. Usually everything that I've had is like super hard and sticky and hard to push out of the syringe. Haha. Sorry, our AV guy had a nice little man joke right there. But anyways, usually you guys want to go with about the size of a grain of rice with this stuff. It does wonders for your health. I've seen it do amazing things. When I was out at Ponderosa, we used to have an RSO patient that used to come in, and I personally saw him go through his regimen and his chemo and everything, and saw him go through remission from prostate cancer. So his name was William. Great guy. Vietnam vet, I believe. Just super excited to live life again, and seeing what cannabis does for somebody medically and health-wise always reminds me of why I got into this industry. And I think that does it for a lot of people too. Like you're in this industry for so long, you get so used to the camaraderie and, like the party and like, we're all doing this, we're all ending the stigma on cannabis, we're all working towards one thing. But, sometimes those brands and people in the industry, they lose sight of the patient. And you see that more and more and more. So it's one thing that I like to see, companies that still do RSO, that their aim is still towards a medical base, which I give a lot of props out to all those brands that do RSO, but especially TrueMed and Drip. You guys make this thing readily available. I've never seen these things, out of stock. They sell, but they keep them supplied. So big shout out to Drip. If you guys are looking for something to help with gut health, if you guys are dealing with extreme pain, I have spinal bifida and partially torn ACL. So when the rain comes, when cold weather comes, my body really feels it, and I go straight to my RSO. You can ask Tasha, you can ask any of the group. When I'm in extreme pain, I go straight for my RSO. Again, you guys do want to be really careful with your dosing on it, because this will put you out if you don't watch your dosing. You'll want to go straight to sleep. You won't even notice you passed out watching TV.
We have one of our bud tenders chiming in that RSO also saved her. She's 5 months cancer-free.
That's awesome. So, we have somebody at Green Farms that's going through remission. And, a lot of thanks is the RSO helps people get through that pain, man. So, big shout out to Drip and making this readily available. If you guys are interested more on information on RSO, Rick Simpson oil, if you guys don't know, please Google it. There's a ton of information on there. Personally, I saw RSO help people with cancer, with that deal with seizures, epilepsy, all kinds of ailments, guys. For me, it's helped with my diverticulitis and my extreme pain in my back and my knee. It helps me get up on the golf course now. It helps me get up and move, go to the gym, and things like that. So make sure you guys try some RSO if you guys need it. If you guys are interested about trying it, but do some research. Just like before you put anything in your body. No, so again, thank you guys, Drip, TrueMed, Starhouse. You guys are awesome for always giving us these best products. For these guys, this is my go-to gummy. I've come off of Wild. I've gotten away from OGs. All those really distillate-based THC products. And there's nothing like a full spectrum RSO gummy. So make sure you guys get down there, check out Drip, Cushy Punch. Great products, guys. Thank you guys again. 10 out of 10. They're just turning into my go-to products. And what's great is they're just consistent. And that's what you guys want out of brands out here. You guys want to find somebody that's consistent and quality. Now, with that being said, guys, I want to introduce a special guest. All right, so we have Blunto on. So you guys, please help us welcome Brennan, a.k.a. G1 to the rescue. Welcome, brother. Welcome.
My man, long time coming.
Absolutely, man. Every time I see you, you're always a vibe, man.
Thank you, man.
You know what I mean?
I've been hearing that as of lately, and this ain't like to toot my own horn or nothing like that. I'm nobody special, but I've been hearing that a lot lately, and I just want to say, to people who have told me that, you'll be surprised what's really hidden under a smile. So when I'm out in the streets and I'm just doing my job, and I hear compliments like what Alex just told me, please understand, I don't take those things lightly at all. I'm greatly appreciative, and as a person that you couldn't have lied to me 10, 15 years ago and told me that I'd be working in legal cannabis, I'd have been like, dude, you tweaking cannabis legal? What? No. But yeah, man, about 3-4 years into the cannabis industry at this point, man, and damn, I wish I had did this a long time ago.
Let me ask you, man, where are you from?
Born and raised in Chicago, and I lived in Chicago at a time when cannabis was not legal. I think the state of Illinois didn't go recreational until the same year we did,
Nice.
2021.
Do you know if your brand is out there?
No, our brand is currently in 5 states within the U.S., 1 province in Canada. So California's headquarters for El Blunto by Albert Einstein's. That's the full title. They've been around probably since 2018. Yes, 2018, 2019 out of Cali. We're in Cali, Michigan, Massachusetts, Missouri, and Ontario, province of Ontario, Canada. We were in Nevada, but just, things just got really expensive. It was really difficult for us to find deals on good flower, because in every state that we're in, we try to get some of the best stuff in the state to roll up in these El Bluntos.
All right, well, let's talk about that,
Yeah,
because everybody, a lot of people know that watch the show. I started off as a bud tender.
Yeah.
And I try to pride myself on knowing getting as much product knowledge as possible.
Uh-huh.
And when I was working at Ponderosa and they first started selling out Blunto,
Mm-hmm.
we had a digital educational.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So they told us all about it. So you guys source the best flower from whatever state you're in,
Right.
But you guys are also hand rolled hemp, correct?
Correct. No.
All right, so it's not tobacco. What a lot of people fail to realize when it comes to cannabis,
Question I get all the time.
you know what I mean? You guys will never, or maybe not never,
Mm-hmm.
but unless a brand has a tobacco license
Mm-hmm.
backed by FTA and all that
Right.
stuff, you will never see a tobacco wrap. sold by a cannabis plant.
Exactly, and I hope every single person watching that's ever encountered me has heard that, because you'll be surprised how often in the field I get that question. Is it a tobacco wrap? No legal weed dispensary is going to pay for a tobacco license. Maybe if there's some incentive for it down the road, I don't know, but I don't think it has a necessary place in the cannabis industry, in my opinion. But I mean, I get it. I know that.
Okay,
there are
not
people that,
not
you know,
cigarette wise.
Right,
Let's say like, because people associate tobacco directly with cigars and things
even with the like you know, I'll do it like I'm doing it now with you, but like I typically try to stay away from like the leaves.
Hey, you know what? Health wise, absolutely, totally get it.
I'm trying to live long, man. We don't live long.
I'm definitely part native. All right. So you know, you show me a leaf. All right. I'm gonna roll that bitch. You know what I mean? Like, it smokes, it tastes good. I like it. You know what I mean? And then you pair that, like, a lot of people can't deal with the head high too.
Awesome.
Like, especially if you've never smoked a tobacco
wrap,
and
you
you
really
smoke
heard
like
it's a little bit different when you get up there.
You might actually throw up.
Yeah, it's difficult. Like, every time somebody, like a close friend of mine that smokes that sort of thing, and they'll roll up some good stuff and then they'll roll it in the back. I do it. This one didn't hit me as hard.
Oh, you know what? I like to use, like, so this one I found, this is probably one of my favorite actual just blunt wraps, bro. Like, Dutch Master Palmas, bro.
Okay.
It's super smooth.
Somebody else said the same thing.
They're so smooth, bro.
Okay. But for the most part, when I started like rolling blunts, because I was late learning how to roll myself. So I was like pre-roll heavy, buying legal weed for a minute, but then like during the pandemic, I literally taught myself how to roll. And so I came out of that, you know.
Which brings me to my next point about Al Blunto.
Let's get it.
So, from what I understand, every state you guys operate in, like you mentioned, Cali is your headquarters.
Correct.
From what I understand, Al Blunto sends their certified hand rollers to every state where your facilities are at to teach the new hires exactly how they roll in Cali, so that you have consistency no matter where you buy Al Blunto.
This is absolutely correct. The team at every distribution that we have for every state that we're in is fairly small. We're a small big company. We don't have like our own like office in every state with like an El Blunto letterhead and that sort of thing, and 90,000 employees. Like, we have a small office in Scottsdale, and it's only like maybe on a full day 14, 15 people rolling up Bluntos for the entire state.
See, so I'm like, that's one thing that I absolutely love, because that's a great selling point, if you ask me, because like, you know, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that says this, but like say Jeter.
Okay.
Jeter is not the same in Arizona that it is in Cali.
No
you
comment.
Know, as much as we love our fam at Jeter, man, like we as brands, we really need to see consistency.
I like to say that, hey, there is all a common goal of offering a variety of products. For every brand, I just look at it like there's something for everybody. You know, everybody has their thing. You have those people that can afford to get the glass bottle, you know, vodka. Some people just have that thing in that other bottle that they might really like, and that just might really be their thing. So, you know, it's no judgment, different strokes for different folks. But where where kind of the quality portion lies is like there's not enough companies being completely honest about, you know, what they're putting in their weed, and that could be kind of a detriment to sort of, you know, bring your customers back. You have some of those people who are kind of just chasing a high, and then you got some of those people who are like really like invested into what they're putting in their bodies. Like he said, like I tend to, these days at almost 37, I tend to look at the ingredients of everything I'm ingesting.
Absolutely.
You know, like I'm trying to be mindful. Again, I'm trying to make it past 55. That's the goal.
Absolutely.
So with that said, just to bring it back to Blunto, I was a fan, and I tell people this openly. I was a fan of our products before I started working for the company. During the year 2021, I was a brand ambassador for another cannabis company, and when these came around, I remember I was doing a pop-up. I was at a dispensary in Scottsdale that carried them. I was doing a pop-up, and dude was like, yo, you should check these out. These are new from Cali, these El Blunto things. And my brother had just moved in town. We're both from Chicago. He had just moved in town and got a house and everything like that. And I was like, and his birthday was coming up. So I'm like, all right, cool. But anyway, I digress. Ended up...
happens all the time, bro.
Absolutely. Ended up grabbing 2 El Bluntos. And I remember, I'll never forget it. It was an OG Kush and a Durban Poison. I'll never forget the first 2 El Bluntos I had. It was a buy one, get one free. Gave my brother one. I had one. We went to the barber shop. We walked up and down Mill Avenue after our barber appointment. We smoked these El Bluntos to ourselves, and we was just like, wait a minute. Where have these been all our lives? Like, this is better than the blunt that either one of us would roll ourselves, but it's with, like, all the real shit. Like, and then I went on the website, and I started really looking it up. I'm like, oh, man, they not fucking around. And so I'm a music producer and songwriter outside of working in the cannabis industry, so I used to bring these to the studio with me. I would go grab 2 El Bluntos, bring them to the lab. I started passing them around. Everybody's like, yo, what is these things? Like, they thought I was rolling. I'm like, yo, I got to peep these El Bluntos. And it was, so I'm a fan first. And then when the opportunity came along, you know, I say all that to say I'm a fan first. And then when the opportunity came along that they were looking for an independent hire, Arizona brand ambassador, I had came in with, you know, over a year of experience in that field, and at the time 2 years in the cannabis industry, or like a year, 8 months in the cannabis industry. And yeah, I was like, man, you want me talking about these? Because I was so surprised that there weren't more people buying them at the time. And I was like, yo, why isn't everybody on these? Like, these are tobacco-free, full nug flower blunts. There's no shaking.
And what's
Crazy.
awesome is that's what brands want.
Exactly.
Like, so when I got into the Ponderosa, I didn't know nothing about Canamo, didn't know nothing about Sonoran Roots, none of that stuff, bro.
Right.
I just knew they had good flower.
Shout out to Ponderosa.
You know,
good people.
You know what I mean? But where was I? So I lost it. I'm high. What was I saying?
Man, you were talking about Ponderosa, and you were saying that you didn't know a whole lot coming in. And you were saying
about the brands,
the brands.
Okay,
Right.
So brands want somebody that's very enthusiastic. Like when I came into Trap, you know, I was working for them, doing a little bit more marketing, and we had thrown a gathering together with Trap Culture, and I became a huge fan. You know what I mean? I saw what they were doing. I went to their Manja Ganja. Like I was really, really excited about doing like events, like consumption events. It was super new to me, and I just wanted to jump in. So coming into Trap, I had that same enthusiastic. I still have that. You know what I mean? So brands want those people like that roll hard, that know about their product. Oh hell yeah! Let's put this one out. Let's put that one out. This is nice. This is a little. It's got a glass tip on the little ones.
Yeah. So let's get into an overview of the product line a little bit. So.
Well, hold on. Before we do that,
Come on, let's go.
There was one more thing I wanted to mention about your guys.
What's that?
Another selling point that got me. All right, because like, you know, people ask you about your leaves and all that because
Correct.
You know what will throw people is because it'll have the vein from the leaf on it. Okay, but that's not what I wanted to point out. I wanted to kind of touch on that a little bit. But if you guys are like a true blunt smokers, okay, you guys don't break your weed up in a grinder because you know you guys are gonna get Scooby snacks, and it's not gonna roll right. It's gonna be too soft. There's just something that does not sit right with like broken down weed all the way from like a grinder to fill up a blunt. These guys are not packed. They're hand rolled with hand broken bud. Everything is hand broken bud in this. So the true blunt smokers, these things are perfect for you guys. If you guys are looking for a blunt, not a Canagar, you know what I mean? Not like if you guys are looking for a blunt, you guys get that with you guys.
So I'll say that to say you're right on the money, but technically we do call ourselves the world's finest Canagar. But we're an authentic approach to the notion, despite the fact that we're tobacco free. You know, we take care of these, we nurture these. What's great about our product? I like. Oh shit!
Is this one done?
The Tiffany and OG going to work. What's going going
the
to
difference
work,
diamond
baby.
infused, right?
Yes, that's diamond infused. Absolutely. So we're going to talk about what he over here choking on in a minute. But listen, man. So in a nutshell, they speak for themselves. Now, what he was referring to as the vein is that because these things are individually hand rolled, if you look really closely at each individual Blunto, no two look alike. So you can kind of see that, you know, the little wrinkle where they're rolled up. It brings a sense of authenticity. But what you're looking at is it's a double layered thick custom hemp wrap made for El Blunto. Hand broken whole nug top shelf flower from a couple of prestigious brands. Glass tips at the end of them all. And then hand rolled, cured for 3 days, and then put in the glass tube with a little rubber cap so the glass on glass doesn't break each other. And that's pretty much the magic of the El Blunto. Then when you get into the infused ones, like my man was smoking, we offer the option of either ice water hash infused, where we introduce authentic ice water hash over the nugs, or real THCA diamonds over the whole nug. So we have two different infused options besides our traditional Bluntos. Same way with the Bluntitos. The El Bluntito is basically just a smaller El Blunto, like where some products, the larger version might be different than the smaller version of the product. For us, it's exactly the same in our primary line. The El Bluntito is literally in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids El Blunto. Still with whole hand broken nugs, still glass tip, still the same wrap, still hand rolled and cured for 3 days. So you're not really losing nothing besides. Available individual or in packs of 4, like we made sure my man was laced up with. And you know, some people like them. A lot of golfers actually like the 4-pack. We sell a lot of 4-pack Bluntitos to people that play golf. I know you're a golf man. You will be surprised. Right. He know. But no, like, just having that basic understanding of the product line, like, and on, you know, just coming in and really like doing my homework on it. And so then when I presented these facts in my interview with one of the people I report to, who's our vice president of sales out in LA, shout out to Sonny Sims. Like when I basically showed him that I know enough about the product line to go out here and make sure that other people knew about it, he was like, oh man, like we money. And to this day, I've been with the company since fall 2022. I am their only Arizona brand ambassador.
Wow.
Where other states we got teams. It's usually 2 or 3 to a state. With credit to our sales rep who couldn't be here, Tyler Dressel.
Oh yeah, he goes hard.
Tyler, definitely don't want to take nothing away from Tyler. If I have a Robin to my Batman that could probably fight better than me, that's Tyler. And I say that because basically he opens the doors, I make sure they stay open. He is the guy that has been working in the cannabis industry for a while. He has a great hint of relationships from a lot of people in the industry. So usually, like if Tyler Dressel is involved, that usually comes with a smile. And then by the time that people try the product and they have the same reaction that Alex just had, you know, then it's like it's a no-brainer. And I try to be a charmer about it too. Like, people think when I'm talking about the product in certain stores, like if I'm in a Green Farms or Astoria or whatever, like when I'm talking about them in the stores, people are always like, yo, you kind of got that down pat, as if I write what I'm saying about the product down. And I'm like, no, this is literally what it is. And I'm like, I was a fan before I started working for the company. So like I take this shirt off and everything about El Blunto for me is still factual. I always say top 3 favorite pre-roll and not 3 or 2. Straight up, and still to this day, I probably didn't have 4 million of them at this point, but I have not got tired of them, because if I'm not rolling my own, if I'm being completely honest, there's just nothing else I can really trust that's going to be consistent. And then I know I can go to another state. I could go to Cali. I could go to Michigan. I could go to Missouri. I could go to Massachusetts. And whatever state that I'm in, I could go to Ontario, Canada. And whatever state that I'm in, it's still going to be a consistent product. That's another thing. Like he talked about, certain brands.
Stand on it, bro.
certain brands might be better in other states than they are here, or another state, this, that, and the third. I could truthfully say, up to this point, I've had El Bluntos in 3 different states. And that's just like, that's not me even traveling for work, because I'm only the Arizona brand rep. That's just me traveling and just doing my thing. And no, same experience every time.
That's a hustler, bro.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Grinding out here, dude.
Yeah.
Grinding hard for that brand. That
Nah,
says a lot.
man. Yeah,
it
yeah.
says a lot for not just you as a person, but as for the brand.
Oh yeah, no, the company treats me well. I don't talk about too many of my personal issues, but there was an incident that led me into a hospital. Probably about the top of January 2023. I'm thinking, oh man, I'm gonna be stuck here for a week. I'm gonna lose my job. Who up the bam? They held me down, and like literally everybody down to like our other vice president Noah Gilbert. Well, excuse me, our COO Noah Gilbert, and our CEO Q Ladra. Like everybody down to them had texted me the whole time I was there, just like, hey, we just want to make sure you good. Who up the bam? And again, I'm 36 years old. I'm born and raised in Chicago. I didn't move to Arizona until I was 20. I've had a lot of jobs across 2 states. I have never been treated by any company the way that I have been treated with El Blunto by Albert Einstein's, and I will say that on public record, on camera, that they are the best company I've ever worked for in life, cannabis or otherwise. I'm greatly appreciated to them, and I'm greatly indebted to them. And that's why when they tell me, hey, we need you to go drop off humidors to 55 fucking stores, I'm like, yes, okay, cool. Let me know where I need to be, and I'm there.
Yo, these things are
No
dope.
questions asked.
Yeah, these things are dope. So we did a giveaway with you guys already.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that one was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
But like we were talking, I wanted to ask about, like you were mentioning that, you know, the big ones are the same as the small ones.
Yes, correct,
right?
correct.
When we're jumping into the product line.
Okay.
Now, is every, like, you have a strain like the Tiffany, okay?
Tiffany knows.
Are your infused blunts dedicated to singular strains? Like this is what we do with this one, with the Tiffany. This is what we do with this one. Or can you find infused in all of them? And can you find regular flower in all of them?
Yes, you will find regular flower in all of them. All of them are not infused. We have main flower only line. We have so it's split up into labels. Gold label is always going to be traditional El Blunto. Like this would be a gold label. Our Portofino Sunset Indica, that just means it's non-infused but still full flower made like an El Blunto. Platinum label would be our diamond infused stuff. And then rose gold label would be our hash infused stuff, or rose gold collection would be our hash infused stuff. Now, we do have 2 other products in our line that I don't have super examples of up here, but we have our El Jointitos. I was smoking one on the way up here. I'm down to one. The El Jointitos come in a 12-pack of little rice paper joints. They are wonderful. I bring them out to a lot of events. You will be surprised the compliments we get on these little bad boys. We're using the same flour that we use in our primary product line. Trying not to grind the flour down to complete sand. We keep a nice chunky, like we were talking about earlier with the robots and everything, of that same flour, rice paper joint, little reflective tip. Look like these. Wonderful little thing. They also come regular hash infused or diamond infused. All wonderful stuff. And then another one of our most popular things that we carry outside of our primary line is the El Blunto La Rosa. The La Rosa, hot Valentine's Day item every year. Real rose petal cone made by a third party for El Blunto. Same flower inside. Those do not come in infused option, but just you're smoking quality flower out of an authentic rose, and it burns like a dream. Like that first light will give you a nice floral bump, you know what I mean? And everything else just goes down smoothly. So it's like we're giving you, literally as our tagline says, the world's finest cannabis experience across the line, keeping everything clean and distillate and keep free and no artificial terps and nothing to cut to take away from what's in there. So
It's like something that somebody at home would
correct.
make.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
like if you had a plug that was just hand rolling these, like here, let me $30, come get you. It's your best friend. Honestly.
Yeah, I knew a guy in high school that used to sell blood. Couldn't trust this dude though, man. One time my boy got one that had like Chronic stuffed on the ends, but had Reggie stuffed in the middle.
Oh,
you never trust those, bro. Never buy like that. That's why.
The hell was that? A Neapolitan?
This was like back in high school, bro.
Yeah, that's
Like,
terrible, man.
Yeah,
I've
watch
seen
out for that
pictures
guy.
of brick weed from high school years coming out of Arizona, with y'all being so close to, well,
So,
us being
you know
so
what?
close to Mexico.
That's exactly why.
Uh-oh. Tiffany got him again. Come on. Come on.
All right.
Come on.
Thank you.
That's it.
But that's exactly why people who have been through the brick weed, seeing the coming of chronic and indoor fucking grown weed, man, is that you can really appreciate from where you started to where you're at now.
Listen, people can sit up here and complain about dispensary weed all day. Back home, we had 3 types of weed before we went legal. We
First
had
picking off that brick.
We had Reggie, Kush, and Dro. And, that was it, And you couldn't trust everybody you bought weed from. You had to be mindful if you wasn't finna get scammed or robbed, but just beat up a shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, just for no reason. I'm from a crazy place. So,
you know what's funny is our kids will never know.
Oh man,
the danger we used to put ourselves in
just to get
just to jump into a car with a random stranger,
just to get
and
a
then they
$10
start
bag
driving,
of weed. Right? And then they start driving,
and then you're like, "Hey man, I'm just trying to buy this." He's like, "Nah, we gotta go get it." Oh, bro,
nope.
Those if you ever seen Adventures in Babysitting, okay, like.
Here we go.
Straight up, like
I know
life
what he's talking
experiences.
I know what he's talking about. He is playing.
So at this point of the show, Ajay would just be looking like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Oh,
and we'd all
Hey,
giggle because
you got some old men over here, man.
We're not old.
We not old, but just in terms
We're
of
old
like
enough.
we old enough to know better.
The old
but
school shit.
I say so. One of my favorite rappers is Fabulous, and Fabulous once said, "I'm old enough to know better, but young enough to not give a fuck." I call that young OG age because my favorite album of his is the Young OG Project. So I'm like, I'm a young OG age. So I'm okay with saying I'm old, but that's in wisdom. No, I'm still moving better than most young dudes. I still smell and look better than most young guys. I take care of my skin. I brush my teeth. I wash my face.
That's nice, bro. And what I like, honestly, like what makes your product super, super nice is your labels, bro. Like your cigar wraps.
Yo, those are really cool, man. I
like
truthfully don't know. They get those made and then they have those like shipped from somewhere. But yeah, those things are
really
always
nice.
wonderful. They really look nice like whenever we do like collabs and stuff like that. Like I was in California, and shout out to our main division in Cali. They have a collab with the fallen Nipsey Hussle's company. We have Marathon OG El Bluntos in Cali.
I saw that.
And I actually bought a couple while I was out there in November for a wrestling pay-per-view. And I
like
bought a
that
couple.
strain.
Man, listen.
That strain's really fucking
those
nice.
are so cool. This goes back to the part of consistency across the product line, because then I could go from smoking a Marathon OG El Blunto and bringing my happy ass back here to Arizona and being like, hey, let me go get this young. We have one of my favorite newer El Bluntos right now is this Yacht Master Candy. This is one of our hash infused indicas. And I'll get one of these and it'll be, similar experience. Like, nothing like it.
That Tiffany got me, bro.
That Tiffany got you?
Well, also I had like 30 milligrams.
Very true.
That.
You was out here on what you had some cushy punch going on with the drip.
So I did have some.
You had the Rick Sampson. Oh man, I had to look that up, bro. I like maybe like right.
Oh, it's amazing.
When I first started working, I was a dispensary agent first before I started doing the brand ambassador thing. I used to work for Nirvana before they became Cookies, the Tempe store. Years before they became cookies. So, sorry, right? But got you. But got you. But anyway, I say that to say, when I worked there, I literally looked up everything because I was new to just the variations in cannabis and just how many different ways that cannabis can be consumed. And then we got to RSO, and when I read into that, and just like he said, start going down a list of medical benefits to what RSO is capable of. And what's great is the younger generation doesn't know, but the OGs is tapped in. Those over 50, I promise they will come in and be more people picking up RSO than any. They are completely tapped in.
Absolutely.
They are perfectly aware of its capabilities. I'm like, man, if everybody knew what this stuff does.
Well, you know what? That brings me to a separate kind of subject.
Please, let's go.
When we're talking about research, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So when you're talking about these OGs really know what they're talking about and what they on their knowledge, it's because they did the research.
Mm.
If you look at these younger generation, they don't really know is because they're going after the hot tip, the hot topic,
whatever they man is
the
smoking,
trending thing,
that's
whatever
what
it
they
is.
smoking, right?
You know what I mean? And they like their information fed to them via social media.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? There's no research done, and the facts that they know is because they saw a video on TikTok.
Ah, God.
You know what I mean?
boy.
Like that's why I say product knowledge is super important, man. Bro. It's
Get on these internets and do something productive with your life, especially if you work in the cannabis industry. Like if you're just coming in, you know, say you're coming into Green Farms for the first time, and hey, if if you're not familiar with everything, Google search, tap in, like, you know, learn the subtle differences between a sativa hybrid and indica. So when you're talking to your people, you know what aisle to be in when they telling you what they want. Like it was just a lot. It was just a lot of information out there, and I feel like people don't dig for information. It's just they come in the store and there's that wonderful ignoramus question of, hey, what you got that has the highest THC?
Yeah. Man. And you got the bartender that's gonna give it to you.
All right, it's like, oh, man. Oh,
okay.
God.
Now, also touching on information.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, AZDHS and compliance has made it really super easy for you guys to get the research while you're in the dispensary.
Absolutely.
Okay, so there's a new way of labeling that is across Arizona for every single brand. So on every single product, there's a QR code. Okay, now this QR code takes you straight to their COA, which is their certificate of analysis. Okay, so you're going to see all the testing and everything that's in that product right then and there, but you're not going to have knowledge on the product unless you specifically either ask your bud tender or say if they have a pop-up with that brand there, and the brand rep is able to kind of go over things. Now, is there like information online, like say a website or something that they can go to like check out what El Blunto is?
Yes, that's just our main corporate website, which is elblunto.com. But also for a lot of different photo descriptions of a lot of our products, some really nice high resolution and full descriptions of everything that we're doing. I also redirect people to our Instagram as well. Our corporate Instagram is elblunto.ca. That is elblunto.ca. There is an older page that some people may see when they start typing in that may say El Blunto CBD. That company, from what I understand, hasn't used that page in quite some time since before I got there. So it's the elblunto.ca. That's our corporate Instagram. But between that and elblunto.com, they can definitely get a full description. They definitely have a full understanding of what the product is. And then anytime I'm popping up in any one of the 55 stores across the state, including the good folks at Green Farms that carry El Blunto, you know, hey,
you're gonna
come holler at me. I'm literally the most approachable person, and I stand on that, and I take pride in being probably the most approachable brand ambassador around. Dumbest question is the one you don't ask with me. I'm not gonna make you feel like an idiot. And, you know, I'm going to spend some time with you. And not just because I want you to buy a product, just because I want you to have an understanding of what you're buying. You know what I mean? So, yeah, just, you know, take a little time, hit me out, and then go buy the El Blunto. Then go have that real, honest review with yourself. And, you know, tag the page if you're smoking. Hell, even tag me.
You know what? The fact that you said that you are the only brand ambassador in Arizona makes total sense, because I was wondering, man, it's always him when he's doing our events, bro. Like they don't have any other, like it's either him or Tyler.
Listen, I would ask him about that, and the response that I will get is, hey, you know, we're waiting to introduce a few more products to kind of, you know, at the point where we probably really need support. But I've been doing perfectly fine.
Yep.
And Well, almost perfectly fine. I'm not perfect. Nobody is.
But you're doing it.
But thank you. And then also, I've heard a couple of times that it's like, man, to find somebody that matches your energy about the brand has been just really difficult. It's not that they haven't been actively looking and that sort of thing. It's just like they're trying to find somebody
like you
50% match.
You set the bar too
energy,
high, bro.
They
got to be able to work with you.
I feel like, man, anytime you're working for a brand or something like that, if it's trap culture, you go hard for trap culture. If it's El Blunto, you go hard for El Blunto. Like only apply for if you're gonna do the brand ambassador thing in the cannabis industry, I strongly suggest only apply for stuff that you like.
Yep.
Don't apply for nothing you don't know. Had people that be working for the company and they're not even representing, never had the product before. They're just wearing the shirts or what. I'll never understand that. No, I've been smoking El Blunto actively since 2021. Been working for the company since 2022. No, these are my babies.
Yeah, just know that us in the cannabis industry, we have a lot of brand shirts. A lot. No matter what brand you work for, we have a lot of brand shirts.
That's half my wardrobe.
And we don't wear them all.
That's half my wardrobe now. Man, brand shirts and brand hats. Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to see my trunk.
But, I collect them.
Hey, and look, and hold on, tap in, because I've had these same...
Yes, he has.
I've had these same trap culture bands since the first Buds and Bikinis I worked last year. So you understand, I wear these every day.
Were you shocked about that event? Did you think it was gonna it was what you were walking into? Because I remember you getting there a little late.
Yeah, I knew exactly what I was. I had an understanding of what I was walking into, but definitely pulling in and just seeing how long the line was and everything. I'm like, oh yeah. We upping it. We raising the bar on it. Yeah. No, trap culture events is nuts. Let me explain to you something. If you live in Arizona and you are a cannabis consumer and you have not tapped in with the good folks at Trap Culture AZ, I strongly recommend you do so. They put on some really dope events, and I come out proudly and have fun and rep. No, man, like real recognize real. I'm not finna sugarcoat it. It's not free press. It's actual facts. Literally, you go to a Trap Culture event, have a good ass time, and get real high. That's guaranteed.
We have some people in the comments commenting about the logo being upside down. You want to show and talk to people?
Okay,
so
guys,
sure.
This is gonna be Monday's giveaway, guys.
So we got
pick that up a little bit.
Absolutely. Okay. So here's what we do. So this is one of our El Blunto humidors. These are available as a merch item on our website, elblunto.com. $50 actually, not as expensive as you would think. We also have two special edition ones, NBA one and an NFL one for $60, which have some different cool inserts. Those are really dope. They ship directly from our headquarters in LA. Definitely tap in. But we got them a custom Trap Culture AZ humidor. You got a name for the mascot there?
That's Trappy.
Okay, so
that's Trappy.
So you got Trappy on the front in full form, right? And that's not all. Hold on. Check it out.
Damn. I'm kind of jolly that we can't win this.
Listen, we got 5 full-size El Bluntos for you. And from left to right, the Yacht Master Candy, which I mentioned is one of my favorite indicas right now. That is a hash-infused 2-gram El Blunto. Our Mimosa, that's one of our most popular flower-only sativas, which is usually available in full-size or 4-pack Bluntito. Our popular Tiffany and OG that my man here has been getting
got me.
Tiffany and OG Diamond Infused, full size 2-gram. My other favorite flower only, which I'm about to crack open in a second, our Portofino Sunset. That's one of our latest flower only indicas. And then, man, probably my favorite hash infused, regardless of strain variety, is our new Presidential OG, which is a hot dat one. Man, that's a favorite. So you're gonna get all 5 of those in a trap culture AZ El Blunto collab humidor. It's finna be on and popping like Orville Redenbacher, man. Make sure you tap in with these folks to win that, man. Please.
I bet that's probably one of the hottest giveaways that we have done.
Everybody wants it.
So we definitely appreciate that.
Hey,
make sure you guys are following us on IG.
Yes.
in order to tap in with that. Now, is there like anything that you guys are looking for them in order to win that, or do you want to just us put out the details later?
No, y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead and put out the details later. You know, make it fair for everybody. But somebody is gonna get nice and high and feel the world's finest cannabis experience.
Damn, you guys are gonna have this, and Trap Culture ain't even got this shit.
Hey, trying to.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Don't
dope.
worry, we gonna.
I ain't even
figure that
tripping.
out. We gonna figure that out. We gonna figure that out.
It's all good.
We gonna figure that out. We gonna figure that out.
All right.
Now
All right, now that we're all toasty, guys,
What's up?
I've been talking with the crew, and we want to do a new segment, and it's gonna be something new every week, but the segment's gonna stay the same. It's called Weird Weed News. All right, any kind of articles of just like weird ass shit going on in the cannabis industry. Okay, so there's this one out of Maryland. All right, there was a Maryland dispensary fined $26,000 for selling cannabis from a dumpster. Now, shout out High Times for that caption.
Talk about selling
because it definitely made me click on it. All right, so from what I was reading, all right. There's this dispensary in Maryland that received, their order of cannabis, right? Sealed jars. Now, their security cameras see 2 facility agents come out of the dispensary with large trash bags and dump these things into a dumpster behind their dispensary. Now, with that being said right there, okay. There's all kinds of protocols that they've broken right there.
I feel like everyone.
So
right?
just before I even move forward with the rest of the fuckery.
Come on, let's go.
All right.
What?
In order for any dispensary to dispose of cannabis, it needs to not be thrown away but destroyed.
Correct.
Okay. In other words, you pour bleach into it, cut it down, and then you rinse it out and empty it out. You know what I mean? Like you feel like you make it unsmokable, unusable. You have to destroy it. You cannot just leave it for anybody to go dumpster diving to find. All right, that's a fine in itself.
That's bogus.
All right, now moving on with the story.
So bad.
They sold this weed. Okay, so it was sitting in the dumpster. I believe it was about 44 hours and like 9 minutes before video saw 2 facility agents coming out and pulling the bags back out. All right, now other footage show another facility agent repackaging the flower.
What?
Okay.
Yo, man, like, stop acting like ain't no damn cameras in these places. What are you doing? Keep going. The hell is wrong with you people?
Okay, now the reason that I saw for them throwing the cannabis out was because it had like a liquid substance on the jars. When it came in.
Oh no.
Okay, now the company that distributed the cannabis say that's not possible.
Nah, bro.
Okay, now regardless of what happened.
Nah, bro.
One, if the labeling on the product, I would say, well, you know what, first off, if it came with any problem in the first place, you don't accept the package. You don't sign for it, bro. You send that shit back. And you like you may not get your delivery that day. You may have to wait another week, 2 weeks, whatever the time is. But that brand is supposed to work with you to rectify that. You know what I mean?
I only hope that this dispensary has never sold weed to any gangsters in Maryland. What's the little TikTok song? Dumb ways to die.
Okay.
And they because when it's this is public information.
Yes. Now they say that like their rebuttal was like the cannabis itself never touched anything in the dumpster, that it was all individually packaged. Okay. So they're repackaging it.
Okay.
And they sell it.
Okay.
Wait.
What's up, man?
The manager
Come on.
quit or got fired over this, something like that.
Oh, he had to have.
And
Yes.
the higher up that he had the argument with over, I destroyed it, he's the one that told the employees to go back in the dumpster.
Yeah, because he was trying to save his fucking job.
Yeah, because it's a lot of money.
Bro,
Nasty,
but the
nasty
thing is,
work.
okay, yes, it's a lot of money, okay,
But look how much they
but
have to pay.
they have to pay $26,000, okay? Now, they had, I want to say maybe it was like 20-some, maybe like a pound of this.
Right.
Maybe like a pound of this stuff, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
All individually jarred. They sell X amount to medical patients,
Mhm.
X amount to recreational patients.
Right.
From what I read, they only made between like $3,200 and like $3,600 between these sales. It was like 26 sales in total or something like that. 32, like whatever units of Ace they sold.
They pulled this weed out the garbage can.
Yo, look how much it cost them.
For $3,000 in sales, and you got fined another $23,000. You goofy motherfucker.
Dude, those dudes are gone. They've lost their facility. agent cards.
Wow, boy, that was smart, man. Yeah, y'all deserve that, and that's just wrong, man. Like, don't do that. Don't do that shit to people. Don't let people have to find out about that. Like, everybody is excited that we're in a climate to where you can walk into a store and buy legal cannabis. For lack of a better term, please don't fuck it up. That's terrible.
The last time I heard about news like this like what the fuck is going on was when they found weed in Harvest's ceilings in like one of their offices like back in like 2017, bro. So we're okay, guys.
Did you check out the Blunto?
This is nice.
She's smoking.
This
Hey,
is nice.
That's our Portofino sunset.
I can taste the flowers nice.
Really wonderful stuff. And then my man, I gave him one of my Tiffin OG Bluntito.
You know what? We've been smoking on these.
I
Yo,
had to make
Tasha.
sure he got it.
Okay.
You're good. I appreciate you. Thank you.
I'm finna say, like, man, sure, well, definitely.
Babe's
Okay.
out with the boys drinking. So
Ah.
make sure he gets home safe.
Oh, understandable. That makes sense. That makes sense as well. Please don't be a stranger as well. You're more than welcome to take a toke if you'd like to.
Yeah.
You
Now-
know, y'all are getting
Oh, you
really
been sharing?
close.
Oh, okay.
You still got a whole
Yeah, we okay.
death
Okay,
wish.
so
Come on.
we're gonna bring you guys more stories like this throughout the next couple of segments that we do and see how let us know what you guys are thinking.
The
of how
chat
we're
is
going.
saying to check out Talkin' and Token.
Talking and Token.
Token.
Is it a
Okay.
podcast or is it a website like a blog?
We'll have to reach out to this individual. And ask.
All right, yeah. Make sure if you guys are listening, talk. What was it called?
Talking and Token.
Talking and Token. Make
Talking
sure
and
you
Token.
guys DM us that whatever you guys are talking about, so we can check it out. You know what I mean? All right, man. So we learned a little bit about you. We learned a lot about old Blunto.
Oh, yes, that's the goal.
All right. We did. What did we do? We got high.
Yeah, definitely got high.
We definitely got high.
We
Instagram.
talked. Yep, we talked about.
a lot of stuff.
Talked about this weirdness going on here.
All right.
That news.
Oh, we're gonna bring you more of this. High Times supplies a
cool.
lot of these fucking stories.
Oh yeah.
So shout out High Times,
Yes.
bro. You guys don't just have a dope ass cannabis cup in a magazine, but you guys put out fucking dope ass articles.
Dope weed news.
All right, guys.
Here we go.
We're still high as fuck, and we got to do the fucking wheel of torture.
Man, come on with it, man.
All right, now it's only gonna be 2 games up. There's only 2 of us tonight. And again, big shout out Ajay and Squid out there at Canna Friends in Tucson at the Bates Hotel. Make sure you guys check that out if you guys are out there. If you guys are in Phoenix, make that drive down there and go check it out, man.
Apparently, they're saying mold found in Fizzy Flower in Nevada.
Oh, I love Stizzy.
And everyone says, new segment, we love it.
All right, no. We'll keep bringing you guys some weird weed news the more we get into this, man. But let's move on to this wheel of torture, man. So I told you a little bit about it. You're down, right? We're doing this. All right, let's go. I know Tyler warned you.
Spin this motherfucker, man.
All right, let's go.
What we doing? I ain't scared.
Jesus, I'm
This
coming all the way over
Ghostbusters coming out this weekend. I ain't afraid no ghosts. What we doing?
You know, I heard a lot of back and forth about that movie so far.
I'm gonna go see it because I'm a fan of the franchise and it's still.
But will it ruin a movie for you? Oh, I guess not. The girl one didn't.
Yeah, like.
Again, one word story.
Oh, wait a
This
minute.
should be funny because you're gonna.
Because there's only 2 of us.
Okay, how the
All right,
hell
what?
does this work? I would land on some weird shit that I can't explain myself. So.
All right, so this is just like the drinking game. All right, it's one word story. So I say one word, you say the next word, and we go back and forth to make a fucking story or like a sentence at least. Let's try to get to a first sentence before we tell a fucking story.
Okay, I got you.
One step at a time. One step at a time.
Okay, got you.
All right, and loser takes a bong rip right there.
You saying whoever like freezes up on a word?
Yeah,
or, some shit?
or says it like
says the same word twice.
My.
I'm
Shit.
gonna lose.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
he already knows that's why he said my mind. That's his name.
Oh, my
the
mind.
last time we were playing this, he kept saying my.
It just went with it. What do you want me to do,
my
bro?
oldest
I'm
niece.
telling those stories that you get in the little pamphlets at school.
My.
You know what I'm saying?
My oldest niece Maya, we call her my.
That's
great.
you. But
Now
you
with
sounded
that
like the little seagull from Finding Nemo.
Oh.
It was pretty funny.
All right. Let's you know what? Let's keep it cool. Let's go. Let's start with El Blunto.
Is
Really
the
best
cannabis
that
you
can
ever
find
pre-rolled
in
Arizona,
and
Nevada?
I'm not gonna say ad. Damn it! All right. I'm like, damn. I was like, I'm just doing a fucking
You know what?
steal.
I'm gonna take a bong rip anyway because I just said we're no longer in Nevada, so that's wrong state. So former state. So yeah,
Disqualification.
We gonna both take a bong rip. So that was double. That was double on your part. You froze, and I just said some shit wrong. So let's.
I want to do something.
Okay, what we doing? Come on. I'm with it, man. I'm with it.
Oh, we're gonna go. Hold on.
Oh,
Because this is fast.
Yeah. Also, real quick, while he's getting that together, I want to give a shout out to my team. So I am co-host and show producer on a wrestling podcast. So big shout out to Matt Mania and my squad. Yes, absolutely. Shout out to my bros T Call, Mega Ran. Shout out to my bros Jared. Shout out to my boy Derek. Shout out to John Sprung. Whole chat. If I forget any names, please charge it to my head. Now my heart is too many of y'all I be in the chat with on a regular basis, but y'all know y'all my brothers for life. Let's say that. Shout out to my mama who's watching from Memphis, Tennessee. Shout out. Yep. Shout out to the homie Nova. Yeah, let's get it. Let's do that.
That Roblox.
Absolutely.
Just filled that
Listen.
bowl.
Hey, I want one of them. Tell them, hey, you know,
Yo,
I need robots. Listen, when y'all, Whack It. My bad. Whack It Grinders Company. When y'all first announced these, man, standing over these. Please make sure that I get one in Arizona, because I promise when I'm not smoking El Blunto, which is very rare, and I need to just pack something, this is gonna come in very clutch. So please, I would show y'all so much love. Thank you so much.
He's listening.
Hey, come on, man. Okay. Whoa, my God, sir. Woo. What was that? Did a midget jump out your shit? Woo. 6 cents. I see dead people type shit going on.
My.
Ooh, that was that song, man. Dangerous.
And thank you for putting her down.
I was like, let's put this down right now.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah, she's a little one, but she's happy. She gets you.
Yeah, she
That's
do.
my baby.
Okay, yep, we got it.
Would you like to spin? Or would you like me to spin for you, sir? All right, he's gonna go around.
Told you, man, I ain't no pump.
Ooh.
That's That's what I came outside for. I came
Fucking
outside to get
survive.
out.
Whoa. No angle on it.
Oh, these niggas easy.
All right, we hit
Oh, what?
viewers dare.
Damn.
Let's see what we got.
This gonna be your highest rated episode, man.
Fire up the dab rating.
Wilding right now, bro.
All right, guys, I'm waiting to see the first viewers dare. All right. Come on, guys. Nobody in the chat.
They're all in there. They're just high as shit.
Oh man, that was good. Remind me again. What
Drink
was that?
some water. Here, my guy.
That was some high grade that we wrote. I mean that you had in this.
Yeah, that was a high grade exotic genetics.
Shout out to the folks at High Grade.
See,
Greasy
look
butt.
I saved you. Now they're talking about nose dabs in here. Like,
Nose dabs.
Did they
Do we
really
have
say
a dab
drink
rate?
some
We
water
do have a
challenge?
Yes,
dab
I
rate.
did.
Oh, okay. All right,
Do
you
we
got
have
a
a torch?
you got
No.
a cup.
Oh, you know what? You got
a little cup or something.
waterfall,
yeah.
that guy, man.
Oh man, I ain't about. I don't be doing all that, man. We came out of the height of a pandemic, with all due respect.
All right, you want to tell them one more time where they can find
baby
you,
cups.
your IG stuff?
Oh hell yeah, for sure. So, once again, elblunto.ca is our corporate Instagram for all 6 markets that we're located in. 5 states in the U.S.: California, Arizona, Michigan, Massachusetts, Missouri, and then province of Ontario, Canada. All places where you can get El Blunto more information as well on elblunto.com, our corporate website. Go there, you can type in your zip code, you get to see all the stores that carry El Blunto and a little short menu of what they may have in stock from us for each line. So it's set up really well, it's laid out really nice so you can see where everything is active. So check out our website. There's also a big merch section on our website. So like our t-shirts, like I have our El Blunto dealer t-shirt, our t-shirts, our hats, our tote bags, our El Blunto big lighter covers, our humidors. Thank you so much. elblunto.com merch section. Definitely go there for that as well. I can actually be followed on Instagram as well. If you want to follow me, it's my alter ego. It's G1 to the rescue, or every possible form of social media imaginable. Very active on Instagram in both. G the number 1 and the words to the rescue, exactly the way it sounds. That is my full name as a music and media personality. Yep, just like that.
Hey, yo, hey, Matt. You got any concentrate over there?
I do not.
Uh-oh, we ain't waxing. I should have brought mine. I had some at the crib. I had
Why
some
you guys continue to-
I had some terp sugar.
All right, guys. While we figure out what to do with this guy tonight, we're gonna get him on something. If you guys got another one real quick, if not, we will catch you guys next time. Dude, I want to thank you so much for coming on and sharing
Come
your
on,
stories,
man.
sharing
What
all
you
that stuff
talking
without
about?
Blunto, bro. Hopefully we'll see you at our next trap event, dude. We got 420 coming up.
Hopefully, come on. What do you mean, hopefully? What are you talking about? No, man. Listen. Anybody that's ever showed me love, anybody that's ever grabbed a Bluntito, a jointito from me and just chopped it up with me and smoked with me and helped the flow, I greatly appreciate you, man. Real talk. Like I couldn't have predicted being in the cannabis industry and to know that like people appreciate simple things just like my smile and my enthusiasm. It's very rare in today's world, and again, I don't take that lightly. So thank you for showing me love. That's why I show love back, and I am here to salute and support the Arizona leg of El Blunto by Albert Einstones. Stay tuned. We got some crazy new stuff coming this summer. I talked to a little bit about our El Jointitos earlier, right?
Yep.
In a couple of states that carry El Blunto products, we have a slightly different El Jointito product, glass tip cylinder roll. Be ready. It's gonna be crazy. That's about all I can say about it right now. But check out the Instagram. You can see pictures of the product from other states. Just know that they come in the AZ. I can't give you an exact date, but probably about top of the summer. We're gonna hit y'all over the head with a new line of joints that will be regular hash or diamond infused as well. So
Nice, and then I'm gonna have you come back in a couple months.
Oh, hell yeah.
On your producer side, bro.
oh my God, what?
I got you.
I got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about.
Especially here in AZ. This is kind of AZ kind of made me like locking in with the people who I locked in with here. Put me on the map in so many other ways. I got music and video games and stuff because of collaborating with people here. I met my good brothers here. So, yeah, man. Thank you for tapping in. And please keep smoking El Blunto. We are the world's finest cannabis experience. I cannot stress enough. You will never find another pre-roll item like the El Blunto anywhere.
All right, guys.
Absolutely.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you guys on the next episode.
Thank you.
We put it in raps. If it ain't in raps, we put it in backs. If it ain't in backs, we put it in glass. Smoking on whatever it is that we have.